I'm overwhelmed by you. Okay, listen. You are beautiful, oh God.
There is no one more beautiful.
Yeah.
You are beautiful. God, you are the most beautiful.
You are wonderful. You are wonderful, oh God.
There is no one more
It's so true.
You are wonderful. God, you are the most wonderful.
And then he goes on to say, you are glorious. Oh God, you are glorious. And he is. And I'm Toni, and this is Tuesdays with Toni. And as usual, I pray and I think what I'm going to be doing at a certain time and sharing. And then there's a thing in my spirit where I know that the Lord has a little bit of a change, a little bit of a plan, something different he wants me to share. And I really felt that tonight. And so I wasn't quite sure what it was until I went in there and did my dishes, started working on my dishes. So I'm a little sweaty from being in there over the hot sink and hot water. And yet it's such a blessed time because I do so much praying during that time and worship, and chores have always been an avenue for me to just praise God, because everything that I touch, everything that I clean is a blessing and a gift from Him. And I think in all things that I want as a child of the Most High King, to cherish and take care of the things that He's given me. And so that's why I'm passionate about my body. That's why I'm passionate about my little tiny home that is just like a little haven to me that He's gifted me with, and the most amazing landlords. And so I want to take care of this place and just every aspect of my life. That over the years, the Lord is just showing me an attitude of gratitude. And a lot of that I've learned to express even through Mary Kay, and they taught that a lot. And so I worked with a lot of amazing women over the years, and got to be able to really just live a blessed, very blessed life. That doesn't mean there's not hardships and those kinds of things, because they are. I'm a widow. I've lost my husband through a horrible disease, and took years off of our time together. And yet, through all of that, the Lord still made him such an honorable man, and Bill chose to be an honorable, loving, kind, light-hearted man, even laughing until the end. And so it's a season of changes, and the seasons are changing. And now I find myself pretty excited because I have been working as an entrepreneur for 15 years at least, and still am an entrepreneur, still will be doing that. But the Lord has brought me into a season of working full-time with Ike and Stephanie at Ike's Auto Repair, and getting to work with Jesse and Daniel, and just a really great team there. And I'm working full-time there now and doing something that I didn't think that I would want to do. I knew I would be good at it if the Lord called me to it, but I didn't think that I would love it. And I didn't think that the Lord would really call me to this particular job in this season. And you know what? He did. And I am loving it. And part of the reason that I'm loving it and enjoying what I'm doing right now, besides the fact that I have a full-time paycheck, like I worked my hours and I get a full-time paycheck tomorrow, like 40 or 80 some hours for 2 weeks. And I'm stoked. That's pretty awesome for me. I'm just excited about that. Not that I haven't had paychecks before or had my income before, but this is the first time in a long time that I've gone and, not punched the clock, but definitely tracked my time and did that. And so it's a different season, and I'm embracing it, and I'm thankful for it. And I know for a fact that if I hadn't have had this last year of healing, year and a half or more, but really primarily this last year of healing, I wouldn't be able to do the job that I'm doing today. And part of my concern in trying to do working towards my entrepreneurship and bookkeeping, and also the Young Living HealthyAndWise.Live, was so I could have the flexibility with my body getting stronger and my health and that kind of thing, where I would be able to nurture my physical body in terms of whether I could sit all day at a desk or stand all day behind a counter. I get a flexibility of both with this job, and still working with people and still doing bookkeeping, and just really loving this season. And my mind, because of the health choices that I've made, the nutritional choices and that kind of thing. My mind is in a much more clearer spot than it has been in many, many years, even before Bill's health got bad, just because I was eating things that weren't complementary to my brain and my body. So this last year has been that, and partly what prompted it is this change in conversation is while I was working at doing the dishes and feeling the Lord changing the direction of this, I realized even back in June, I had seen a picture of me in June at Amy's wedding, and there's one picture where I was in extreme pain, but I had driven for a day and a half and that kind of thing, and so I was sitting a lot, and man, I was in a lot of pain there, because for the first time in a while my back was actually out, my hip was out, and it was kind of cool on the one hand when I saw the picture, because I'm like, oh, you were hurting, girl. I could tell. I mean, even in the picture, probably most people wouldn't have noticed it, but I was right back to that moment of like hardly being able to walk. But then I also remember that when I got back to their house, I could lay down on the floor, do some stretches, do some things that put it back in, made me feel better. I had my oils that helped me with my health management. And so I was really excited about that change, because before it would have put me out for a while, which how my mind works actually brought me back to then a year ago in October when I went over to Vernal and did that trip. And oh, wow, that was 32 pounds heavier, and not having the answers that I have now in my life in terms of what my body needs physically and nutritionally and that kind of thing. So, oh my gosh, a year ago in October, then I was really super duper miserable. And so from October to December was a lot of come to Jesus moments, like, okay, Lord, what are we going to do? How are we going to get this? Because I don't want to live like this. And so at the beginning of January is when he helped me put a plan together, and I've been mostly diligent in following it. So and been reaping those benefits. So now on to the phase 2 of my program I'm putting together. I think I've talked about it several times. I know that I have. Is the Now What? It's going to be the next phase. I've been working hard on my website over the weekend to put together the program, how I feel that the Lord is leading me to do that. Because now, although I will still want to lose some more weight, I also want to firm up and make strong this body that I have. And so again, some disciplines and that kind of thing. It's a change of season. It's what we do, right? We're going to do that. And still, hopefully, I did bring water, not oil, but not my oil, water, but so I'm going to be doing that and looking forward to whoever wants to join me. I will be your encouragement coach. Because I do encourage and I do coach. I like that. So tonight, as I was, I got to get rid of that word, I think. Maybe not. So I was working on my vision board too, because that's, I just have everything laid out and I have it in my mind how I'm going to put that out and get that going. And one of the things, I'm looking at it now kind of over the computer. One of the things that the Lord showed me tonight is, as we are changing the plan, the course of tonight for Tuesdays with Toni, is that my vision board and my life changes and what I'm doing as a full-time employee with Ike's Auto Repair and working with people. And gosh, I think I get emotional. Dang. At the beginning of the year, This is the Lord working on my heart, like even right now as I'm sharing. At the beginning of the year, and actually, even at the end of last year, as I signed up for Young Living, I was changing my whole perspective. You hear the coaches and the people like Prosper, and you do these things. Well, Prosper was a word I kind of got and just wanted to hang on to, and just wanted to, like, my passwords were a lot of Prosper this and Prosper that, and it didn't set right with me. I didn't like it. It's kind of like when I was talking before about the goal posters and goal boards and things. It's like it didn't work for me. And I just felt like this conviction in my heart. And I'm not even sure why it was, because, well, actually I am sure, because doing the things that I do for a living, for my living here, are not about just prospering. My life is not about that. Prospering physically, prospering mentally, prospering healthy and financially. Those are okay goals. I mean, I want to do those, but that's not what my life is about. My life is really about people and the kingdom. And so what the Lord showed me is that love is where it's at. His love is where it's at. And how do I manifest that through my life? And so my thought process changed from prosper to love. And then not even just to love, but love them. Love them. So my theme for my poster in my life is love them. And then it's like, who are them? And them is capitalized, because really them is you. Love you. I love you. I go to Ike's Auto Repair to help people who need repairs, and I want to love them well. I want to offer them good services. I want to offer them the best thing for their family and their life. And oh, there's a bug. I think it's a mosquito, and I will try and kill it, just so you know. And then gross out if I catch it and get it on my hands. So it's just like, and anyway, so love them. And that's where I'm at with life right now, is love them. So I had some time this weekend set aside to work on my vision board. And I had some time this weekend to work more on Now What program, which really I'm using the Now What brochure, but the title of the program is going to be called, or is called, Rediscovering You. Rediscovering you. Who are you? That's what I've been working through this last year. Who am I? I am Toni Payne, child of the Most High God. And this is a season in my life of eternity. This little piece on earth is just a little bit of a season of life. The rest of eternity is going to be spent with my King in his kingdom. And part of that will be here on earth, a new kingdom and a new earth. And in the meantime, though, I am going to love them. And for me, part of my them are the compassion children that I sponsor. I've talked about them before as well. And hopefully to get some more of them to support them and love them. I also have some other things that I want to do and am planning on doing to see him. I don't know if it's I call it a him. It could be a boy or a girl, but I'm pretty sure it's a mosquito. Oh, I might have got him. No, I didn't. Anyway, so I want to encourage you at this season of life. For me, I didn't do everything that was on my list to do this weekend. I did family instead. Noah and Tiffany came over, and we got to play Spite and Malice, and I won one. Did I win one or two? I won two, and Noah won one. But, oh, wait. I am wrong. I won two, and Tiffany finally did win one, which is why she decided to go home. She needed to win. And so Noah and I let her so we could go, go to bed because it was late. No, she really won. I would never throw a game. Anyway, so love them. And that's what I was doing with them. I was loving them. I got to spend time with my mom and my sister and my niece yesterday. I got to love them. I got to be with them. And in this season of life and in your season of life, whatever you're going through is just temporary. Whether it's your kids growing up at this season of life, they're only going to be this age for a while, and then they're going to grow up. So love them in this season of life. If it's your husband, and if he's ill, and if he's suffering, and you're suffering with him, love them. It's the most important thing. If you see someone who is suffering, if you see someone who needs a meal, who might need a hug, maybe they just need a hug and a smile, love them. So in this season of life, in this day, in this September 4th, 19, 2018, I don't know where the 19 came from. 2018, September 4th. It goes fast. I'm still in my 50s, just barely. And soon it will be 60s. And things change. The body slows down. The mind slows down a little bit too. It doesn't function the way it used to, but it's functioning better in a lot of ways now. And I'm able to work off lists and help it a little bit more. So work in the season of life that you're in. Do the best that you can. Love well, and take time to enjoy your family. Take time to enjoy yourself, to work on yourself, to be the best that you can be, because that's the best gift you can give to others as well. So not only love you, but love them. Be blessed, be encouraged, and have a great week. And I will talk to you next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.